What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. I'm once again joined by Tyler. We are here today to talk about Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker leaks. So we have pretty much the entire movie. There are a select few things that we have heard from the grapevines that are not in this. But what we're going to do, just to get short and sweet and to the point, I'm going to hand over to Tyler. He's going to read off all of the entire thing. Okay, we're going to go through basically the movie, and then we're going to explain why some of those things have already been confirmed. We're going to kind of match up what is already to try and prove that this is very much real. And then Tyler and I are going to go back and forth of our impressions of this leak. So that's how this video is going to go. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that bell icon, because we talk about Star Wars quite often. We're having a community series starting in October. We're going to have tons of videos leading into The Rise of Skywalker, and then when the movie comes out, we'll be covering it there as well. So tons of Star Wars videos coming up. If you guys are into that, definitely stick around. So Tyler, let's go through the entire movie.
So this was posted on August 11th on 4chan, and that's really important because when this leak came out, it kind of is just like, okay, well, is there even any weight to this? As we show you later in this video, the proof from the original teaser trailer and the newer teaser trailer released after D23, there's no way that this leaker could have known on August 11th, or even before that, and posted it on August 11th when the trailer that has a lot of the juicy information that's essentially confirmed in that leak didn't come out until August 25th. That's many days later. I don't see. That's why it's like, man, I think this is really an accurate leak. They just couldn't have known certain details, yet they were right. And it's more than one detail. In fact, it's many details. So let's jump in. So, 1 year after The Last Jedi, the First Order has conquered most of the galaxy. Kylo Ren is still torn between the dark side and the light, and still harbors feelings for Rey. Hux has been replaced by Allegiant General Pride, who is played by Richard E. Grant, and has been leaking information to the Resistance in hopes that they kill Kylo and allow him to retake control. The Knights of Ren return from an expedition to the unknown regions to inform Kylo about a secret arsenal of superweapons built by Palpatine, or the Emperor. Kylo and the Knights of Ren begin searching for the Wayfinder, a device required to locate the arsenal. The Resistance learns about this and deploys Rey, Finn, Poe, Chewbacca, BB-8, C-3PO, and R2-D2 to retrieve the Wayfinder first. Rose, the fan favorite Rose, is now a high-ranking Resistance commander answering directly to Leia and stays behind to coordinate them from the base. Because that's what you would do when they're a fan favorite. Get them out of the picture. That part's not on the leak, that's my opinion. The Wayfinder's coordinates are in C-3PO's old memory unit in an abandoned Imperial blockade in a jungle world where the heroes befriend the warrior Janna, I think it's Janna or Jaina, and her people. After retrieving it, the heroes, I assume it means after retrieving it, the heroes go to a decommissioned droid factory in a snow world to unlock it, where they are ambushed by the First Order and rescued by bounty hunter Zori Bliss, played by Kerry Russell, and her droid Dio, who they brought out on stage, I think at the Star Wars, on Star Wars Day, I believe. During the battle, the memory unit of a combat droid is uploaded into C-3PO, and causing him to develop an aggressive personality and take Chewie's bowcaster for himself. Meanwhile, Kylo meets an oracle who directs him to the Wayfinder's location in a desert world. Rey and her friends also learn about it from the C-3PO's memories. And now here's part 2. Again, still August 11th. Rey and Kylo meet and fight in the desert world, while the Knights of Ren battle Finn, Chewie, and the droids. Rey and Kylo still share a Force bond, which causes them to experience Force flashes of past events as they fight. Kylo and the Knights of Ren retrieve the Wayfinder and return to the ruins of the Death Star in the jungle world to unlock the arsenal's location. The Resistance follows him, but are ambushed by the First Order and nearly defeated before a local alien, Cloud, helps them escape. Finn recruits Janna and her people as reinforcements to battle the First Order while Rey confronts Kylo. Rey and Kylo learn that the Wayfinder actually contains Palpatine's spirit. The Knights of Ren are loyal to him and manipulated Kylo into freeing him. Palpatine possesses one of the Knights, played by Matt Smith, and announces his plan to seize control of the First Order and use the arsenal to subjugate, which means control, the galaxy. He also reveals that he was behind Snoke. Luke Skywalker and Han Solo appear as Force ghosts and encourage Kylo to accept the light. Kylo then joins forces with Rey to stop Palpatine. Rey and Kylo defeat Palpatine, but he then possesses Kylo. He urges Rey to kill him. She reluctantly does. Palpatine is unable to possess Rey and is destroyed for the last time. The First Order is defeated and Palpatine's arsenal is destroyed. Rey mourns Kylo and Luke's Force Ghost appears. He resurrects him. The film is rumored to end with a sunset. So about Lando, he doesn't do much. He's just there with the heroes. Knights of Ren also have lots of scenes where they are just there. The final battle will take place on the jungle planet. The Sith fleet will be there to fight. The Death Star remains will make the final battle epic, and Rey and Kylo will use Force flash fights against Palpatine. And that's it. That is the entire leak. Now, you probably have questions, and so do we.
So like Tyler said, that was the leak. So now what we're going to do for kind of part 2 of this video is we're going to show you and we're going to talk a little bit about the clips that we've seen from the D23 presentation as well as just the first trailer that kind of confirmed. Now, the first trailer did come out before this leak came out. So there is some things that are not overlap perfectly, but there are some things that do prove that this leak kind of knows things that maybe it shouldn't. And then after that, we're going to talk about what we think about it. And like Tyler said, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of stuff to digest about that. We're going to be making future videos talking more specifically about what we think about different aspects of that.
So on August 11th, the leak came out. On the 26th, the teaser came out publicly on YouTube, was also shown on the 24th to people at D23. Is it likely that person, even if that person went to D23, again, unless they somehow went in the past, there's really no way for them to be able to know what's going to be in 13 days. So no matter what we're about to show you picture-wise is it's kind of eye-opening. It may upset you. I know it upsets Alex. But let's talk about it with the images, with the proof. The person was right about C-3PO being aggressive. The bowcaster, you could say, yeah, well, the bowcaster was in the poster. That's true, and here's that poster. But they were also saying that C-3PO is going to have a bit of a more of an aggressive personality. Well, that kind of explains the red eyes that everybody's going crazy about. So that is kind of hard to predict, because you might say, well, this is the final battle, maybe C-3PO, maybe everybody needs a weapon because the Resistance is super beat down, which I assume everybody thought when they first saw C-3PO with the bowcaster. But now adding that aggressive personality and seeing that makes more sense now. So I give that to that leaker. So the almost more important thing regarding C-3PO, though, that's in the leak is, if you recall from Episode 7, BB-8 had a piece of a map that would lead to Luke Skywalker, Snoke, and the First Order wanted to kill Luke Skywalker. So they were after BB-8 because he had something inside of him. Then we learned that R2-D2 also had the missing piece of that map built inside of him as well. No one could have predicted they would do something almost exactly the same with C-3PO literally 2 movies later. If you were just to read that on the 11th, you'd say, well, there's no way they're going to do basically the exact same thing. Yet, they will, because, again, he called the aggressive part. So, again, I don't know how he would be able to call that if he's just making it up, or she. But I have to give it to him because it's all starting to fit. It also says that Kylo and the Knights of Ren retrieve the Wayfinder and return to the ruins of the Death Star in the jungle world to unlock the Arsenal's location. there's many shots. So there was Leia and Rey in the jungle. Rey was throwing her lightsaber. It looked like she was training. It looks like that jungle planet is the same one from the first teaser, where I believe it was the Millennium Falcon, or it was some kind of ship, and it was dark at night, where it was raining, and they were coming down, and it's all lit up. And it looks like at the end of that first teaser trailer, where Rey's standing there before the Death Star, that looks kind of like a jungle planet as well. So it also says Finn recruits Janna and her people as reinforcements to battle the First Order while Rey confronts Kylo. I assume this shot from the newer teaser are Janna's people. We also have Rey fighting Kylo right from the opening of that first teaser, where it's Rey running against Kylo's TIE fighter. That's obviously a desert. Finn and Poe are nowhere to be found, but later in that teaser, we see Finn, Poe, and the droids in battle on a desert planet, just like it says in the leak, where it says Rey and Kylo meet and fight in the desert world, while the Knights of Ren battle Finn, Poe, Chewie, and the droids. Right, there is no Chewie there, but they could just be on a different, whatever those type of vehicles are. I'm not even sure what those vehicles are. In another shot, we do see Finn and Poe in the desert, no Rey to be found. So that sounds right too. It also says the final battle will take place on the jungle planet. The Sith fleet will be there to fight. Again, if you look at the first trailer, again at night, you see the jungle planet. It's lit up. Just based on the colors, very similar. It looks like it's raining or something. Now in this newer trailer, we see the Resistance coming out of hyperdrive, and then we're shown the fleet, the Sith fleet, and again, lightning storm, raining. It looks to be all in that same jungle planet area, just based on the colors, very blue. So again, I think that's accurate. After retrieving the Wayfinder, the heroes go to a decommissioned droid factory in a snow world to unlock it, where they are ambushed by the First Order and rescued by bounty hunter Zori Bliss and her droid D.O. Well, in the first teaser, we see Kylo Ren and First Order troops, what looks like an ambush, and when you look at the ground, it looks like it's covered in snow. So I would call that a First Order ambush. So again, that was correct. The Death Star remains will make the final battle epic, and we can see at the end when Rey and Kylo are fighting, it's in water, just like we can look back at the first teaser and see, well, the Death Star fell in, there's water there. So again, we can see the final battle will take place on the Death Star remains that are in the water, and there's a shot right there. So there really are a number of things that we can literally pull from the two trailers, put them together, put them with these leaks, and that basically, in my opinion, validate the leaks, because again, there's no way that you could have known this stuff on August 11th when the public, the global, the global public didn't get to see these new clips, these new scenes, until the 26th of August. It's 15 days later. I don't know how anybody would be able to say all these different things. C-3PO's aggression, there's the red eyes. Janna's people, there's Janna's people. About the Sith fleet being on the jungle planet, there it is right there. There's a Sith fleet right there. There's so many things that I really can't I can't come up with any other answer other than this leak is accurate. And I really believe that it is. I truly believe this is the plot of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
So, guys, let us know in the comments below, what do you think of this leak? Firstly, do you believe it? And then if you do, what do you actually think about the plot? We're going to be making future videos. We're going to be talking, especially, I mean, I personally want to talk about that ending. I think it's a disaster of an ending, but we want to talk about that in future videos. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll be having more Rise of Skywalker videos. And then again, in October, we'll be kicking off our coverage of our Star Wars community series. We'll be having videos weekly. So tons of Star Wars content coming to the channel over the next several months leading into this movie. If you guys are into that, make sure you guys stay tuned, and we will see you on the next video.